Dawn, obviously y'all set the goal at the beginning to win the national championship. You're in, I mean, got the #1 seed and all that. What is the pressure like as you take this first step? What's the mentality like with the rest of the team saying, like, it's here now and it's lose or go home?
I mean, we're just trying to get back to playing our best basketball. Obviously, this is what you play for all season long. I mean, it's here. I mean, it's do or die. It's figure out a way to win. And for me, it doesn't really have to be pretty. It just has to be, more points than the other team. I know everybody wants to play, clean and smooth and all of that. But bottom line is to win a basketball game and figure out how to survive.
Augusta?
Hey, Dawn, I wanted to ask just kind of what this past week has been like since, SEC championships, just not necessarily resetting, but just where's the mindset been? How has it been, we have this going forward? Just where are you guys mentally right now?
I mean, we're practicing, so we're in a place where we're just trying to correct some things that occurred out there over last weekend, and move forward. I think, a loss seems to kind of jolt you a little bit and have you questioning everything. We're a good basketball team, no doubt about it. We do some things that's extremely well, and we did some things that weren't, so good, and we got caught up. I think we're aware of what those things are, and we're working towards correcting those things while continuing doing the things that we do well.
Don, how gratifying was it to you to actually be able to have a selection show party again and to have the fams here?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, Rick. Like we haven't been able to do this in 2 years. I don't think our junior class has been able to do this. And the energy in the building that our fams provide for us, we wanted to. We could have easily said, let's do a private thing, but we wanted our fams to be a part of this process, this celebration, and get the NCAA tournament started off in the right way, and that is selection Sunday and leading out throughout the week and gearing up for the game.
Mike?
John, obviously over the course of time that you've been here, I mean, the bar has risen in so many different ways, and I know that doesn't necessarily mean it's easier to win games, but I think on the outside, some people look at it and they assume, how difficult is it to be able to obviously win a championship? Because I think some people look at the bar that you guys have set and it's like, all right, if they don't reach that point, it's a failure in some people's eyes. And how do you manage those expectations, especially with your team internally?
I mean, it is what it is. This is what we've built. The expectations are high, externally and internally. And you feel it, no doubt about it. No matter how much you talk about it or not talk about it, it's there. It's something that is there, and you just manage it. I think for us, it is. We need some competition. Like, we need to play. We need a game because it's been, a very long time since we've played. But you address it. You talk about it. We talk about winning the national championship. These last couple of days, we just said, if you want to win a national championship, there are things that we need to get better at, and we've said it probably every day that we've practiced. But now I'm not going to say it anymore because it's here. We know who we play. We're going to turn the focus on our opponents, and our players know what the stakes are. They know what they are. They just got to go out and do it.
Don, last year, a lot was made of this tournament for the inequality issues in the infrastructure for the women versus the men. This year, it gets the March Madness tag, as well as you guys get to host it again. What does it mean to be able to bring these teams in here to this facility to show them what a women's basketball program and environment can be like?
I hope that, other programs can mirror what we've been able to do here at South Carolina. And it takes everybody. It takes, the university as a whole. It takes the athletics department. It takes leadership to put women's sports on this stage, and we've done it the right way. And I hope that it is everything like we've been experiencing over the past few years with having 12 and 13,000 people in the stands, because they created a huge home court advantage where you win. If you create this kind of environment, you win at the biggest stage. I don't think we lost a game here this year, and I think we lost one over the past 2 years. I don't know past last year, it creates an environment of winning. And I hope that throughout the rest of the country, that they can, take a bird's eye view of what we've done here at the University of South Carolina and mirror it or better it. Because if you invest in women, you can get a return on your investment.
Dawn, you kind of mentioned it to the fans out there for a second, but how gratifying is it for this team to have their resume recognized by the committee and still be the #1 overall seed, especially considering how aggressively you scheduled that non-conference part of the season to prepare them for this month?
I mean, it's cool because I wasn't really expecting anything. I know, in order for us to win a national championship, you got to win 6 games. Whether you're the top seed or you're the bottom seed, you're gonna have to win. But when they're rating, who the #1 seeds are and how they, when we first started appearing in the NCAA tournament, I didn't really care about seeds because I didn't know enough about it. I just wanted to get in and let everything else take care of itself. But now that you have an understanding of what it does, like, your path is a little bit different than the last seeded team. And if your body of work says that you deserve a #1 seed and a #1 overall seed, it's helpful. And that's no disrespect to whoever's in our region. But it has its advantages. What they are, is going to have to play out in a certain way. Like, we had to play well enough to be in the region, to be in the Greensboro region, and we put a schedule together to accomplish that. And it was hard. It wasn't like it was an easy thing. It was a hard thing, but I'm super happy that the people, the committee members decided that we did enough because we did do a whole lot. And we afforded ourselves, even after taking 2 losses this year, to still be the #1 overall seed. So it's super cool.
Dawn, after what we've all gone through the last couple of years, is this tournament going to feel a little more normal than maybe it has the last few years?
Yeah, I mean, the season felt normal. COVID was around, but COVID wasn't the forefront, which was normal. You can, you can feel it. We're going to host. Are we hosting the playing game? Do we know that?
Yes.
So, yeah, you did say that. Oh, we're going to host a playing game on Wednesday, so that's going to feel good to get out here and run through the tunnel. On our first game, in the NCAA tournament on Friday, it's going to be super cool. And we're not going to be thinking about COVID. We're going to be thinking about, what we need to do to win the basketball game. And I'm hoping our players still take precaution with whatever they're doing outside of basketball to make sure that it doesn't creep in and becomes the story of our tournament.
On this side with Corey.
Dawn, you mentioned the ladies' itch to get back out on the court. Would you say that was, from what you've observed, is it different than maybe what you saw pre-SEC tournament? And if so, can you just describe just maybe that difference in that attitude and that want to go out and compete and play?
After taking 4 days off, I mean, if you're a competitor, you want to get back out there. No matter you win or you lose, you want to get back out there with your teammates. I mean, it was cool. It was cool getting back in the gym. It was cool just kind of decompressing and then coming back and just kind of picking up those feelings that we had, on Sunday afternoon and placing them somewhere. We got to place them in practice and work on some things, and, our players are aware of, some of the things that we need to do. So it was cool seeing them work through that.
In the front here.
Hi, Don. Alexis Hewitt from the State newspaper. Just you talking about being the 1 seed. Obviously, right now you don't know who you're going to play as opposed to some other people knowing. I guess, what are your thoughts on having that quick turnaround for those games and just this new format?
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes it, more difficult for our assistant coaches who have to plan for 2 games. But we know, like, it is either or. So, and, for me, like I was just watching Oklahoma and Iowa State last night. and Iowa State is in our bracket, so, I got a head start on, and I'm not trying to look ahead, but I knew that they would be a 2 or 3 seed, and I saw Charlie Cream's projection, and I just said, hey, let me just see, I know, or it's a high possibility that they could be in our region. Let me just take a look at them. I'm not looking ahead, I'm just looking at who I know could be in our region. We got an opponent. We got 2 opponents. One will play on Friday, but we'll prepare. We'll prepare for both of them. And then, Thursday will be a time in which we just really get after things and just fine tune some things that we need to do and go out there Friday and play.
All right, we have time for one more short one with Reggie.
Dawn, short one. You mentioned assistant coaches. The chemistry that you have, y'all have been through the wars together. Just how important is that chemistry, especially this time of year where everybody has their role, they know it, and they go do it?
I mean, it is, we're a family. Like, we've been together for a long time. The goal is always to win a national championship. Their inner competition, getting wins with the scouting reports is, is fun. They don't want to be the one that loses a basketball game, and they're super competitive. But they're back at the office, and I know they're churning out, watching videos. I know Hudson's probably got it all loaded up on our laptops, and it's cool to see this whole production work. We needed somewhere to put all of this energy that we've had since not playing in over in a week. So happy for our staff. Know this is crunch time for us, and we operate well under these conditions.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.